Welcome everyone to episode 451, touch the one, tick it, of the Daily Mother Swole, the most swoliest swolecast, broadcast, livecast, beardcast, broadcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. We give you a little more love on this side. Oh, we give a little more love on this side. Oh, and let me drink some more coffee because I haven't had enough caffeine today. Oh.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Remember my favorite cups? If you touch my beard, I get to touch your butt. Please touch my beard. If you touch my beard, I will touch that booty. Ooh, I will touch your... I'll touch that ass. I would. I will. So if you see me in public and you touch my beard, you're getting an ass grab. Come on. What am I going to do? You're going to get an ass grab. Guaranteed. Going to get the ass grab. Today, six-pack abs are for amateurs. Six-pack abs are for amateurs. That's what we're talking about today. Because remember, the big dilly yo-yo is Thursday. Thursday's premium workshop. So you think you can core. That's on Thursday. The core workshop is on Thursday. So today, going into more core. Right shoulder is jacked. Oh shit. What happened, Frank? Drop in the comments. I'll check it out later. All right, let me just flex. I heard something. I'm a little rusty today. I feel a little cracky, a little creaky. I'm going to do some yoga today. Remember, in my premium group, today at 1 p.m. is the accountability meeting. And also tomorrow, got the live yoga flow in premium. So that's going to be very, very exciting. Got a lot of shit going on in premium. And also Thursday is the core training workshop. So I'm going to go over all that on Thursday. So let's talk a little bit more about core today. Without further ado, let's talk a little bit more about today. Thank you, John. Yeah, the corrective exercise last week was fucking bomb. Last week's corrective exercise was the shit. That was super on point, and it's gonna be the same thing for this week's core workshop with the training. The training breakdown. We're gonna go over some amazing exercises and some tweaks and ways to activate the core, because what we've been going over, if you're just joining me for the first time, thank you so much for joining. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. That's the intro. I don't even know if I said that today. I'm catching up on some caffeine. But if you're watching for the first time, every day live at 12 noon Eastern time right here on Facebook, and all the episodes are archived and searchable on YouTube, and you can also listen to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. So you can listen to every episode too. So if you're trying to catch up on all the episodes, because it is 451. That's a lot. That's a lot to get your eye holes raped every day. You can also fuck your ear holes with 451 and 450 and 449 and 448. And you can listen to them all podcasts. Listen to them while you work, while you walk, while you run, whatever you do at the gym. Sometimes I listen to my own podcasts and I think, Papa Swolio, you could be a little more swoller on these podcasts. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I could be a little more yoked in these podcasts. So I always try to make my podcast a little bit more swole. I always try to make my podcast a little more muscular. And I always like to encourage people, because there aren't a lot of podcasts that you can hear someone's beard grow, where you can hear someone grow live on camera. You can't. How do you hear muscle growth? Well, try listening to one of my podcasts. It's a fucking trip, yo. Six packs are for amateurs. First off, think about how arbitrary. I throw that out there, often. Think about how arbitrary it is. Think about how arbitrary it is just to want a six pack. I want little squares on my stomach. I want to see little squares on my stomach. If you sit back, close your eyes, and think about how weird and how random it is to desire that. You're like, why the fuck do people want these things? Why do people want these things? And it is very trendy. And I want to explain why it's trendy. it comes and goes in society. Now, you remember, well, you might not remember, but Michelangelo's sculptures and all those drawings, they showed a muscular body. They showed people with abs, they showed people with biceps, and, you know, the development of the physical species. Da Vinci and all these artists would depict the full muscular body. But then you get later in time and you go through, let's say, 1800s, early 1900s, and then you get this period where being overweight, being portly, being fat, was looked at as a status symbol because it was hard to come by food. It was hard to come by food, so if you were overweight, you lived in excess. You had so much food, you could have extra. You had fat on your body because you were full and you were eating and you were wonderfully satisfied, right? You know, they had those big feasts back in Roman days, but it goes through society, right? It's based on what's accepted and it's based on just culture and where we are as a society. And even in the 20th century, even from 1900 to the new millennium, we had a whole shift. You know, you go from like the early 1900s, and then you go from like, you know, the Mad Men type days, everyone's smoking cigarettes, that was popular. And then the hippie, you know, 60s where everyone was skinny and you had, you know, skinny and long hair and it was all like, you know, drugs, peace, love, all this stuff. And then the 80s and, you know, when Arnold and Sly and everyone was getting yoked and jacked into his muscle. And it's still kind of in that phase, but now you're getting what, like the Twilight kids, you're getting the skinny jeans coming back. And now it's not so much getting, and I don't know, do you notice this? That right now it's still, even though you see a lot of people that are huge, we just have a lot of connection with social media, so we see everything. So it's hard to see those subtle changes. But you know now, it's still not as big as you possibly can be. Now even bodybuilding and physique and how physique is more popular in terms of, you know, what you see on Instagram more, it's more popular to have a physique rather than it is to be absolutely massive, because that's kind of like petering down, and now it's like more style for like, you know, skinny jeans are coming back, yo. Skinny jeans and Chucks, and you know, it's kind of cycling through. So you have these periods, like what people want is what society generally wants. So why do you want six-pack? Why do you want little squares on your stomach? Because it looks powerful? Because the symbol, it's the epitome of health? If you can't see your abs, it doesn't mean you're not healthy. You know? If you can't see your abs, it doesn't mean you're not healthy. So why do people want a six-pack? I want you to think about it, because you're not, and here's the interesting thing, you're not looking for a six-pack because you want to be healthier. You say you want to be healthy, you say you want to get in shape, and you want abs. But being healthy, let's go to the board. Let's go to the board now. One-handed. Being healthy and having abs, and I'll talk about an analog braking system, oh thank you. Talk about having a six-pack, are two separate things. So what do we judge health by? Let's say we can judge it by long life. A longer life, you know, I mean, it depends on how quality that life is. You can do it on, let's say, you know, heart health. If you're healthy, heart health, blood work, low stress. I mean, what are all the things that we can, low injury? Like, how do we measure health? Actually, you know, drop in the comments, like, how do you measure health? I mean, obviously, this is not limited. I'm just doing a couple things I thought off the top of my head. So drop some things in the comments so people that are watching this later, you have some more reference. I mean, healthy is a fact, but there's also aspects of health that are subjective, right? What's healthy to you? You know, there's mental health, there's physical health, there's emotional health. Healthy is like, that's why we always talk in the Swolenormous community that fitness is not a lifestyle. Fitness is life. It's everything. It covers so many different aspects of being fit, of being on point. It's not just having muscles. It's having everything. So Absence of disease. Good. So keep on dropping down the comments. What is healthy to you? How do you define healthy? How do you define healthy? And let's go over this column. While you're doing that, abs. The fuck do I put over here? What the fuck do I put over? Healthy versus abs. I'll put rectus abdominis development and lower subcutaneous fat on midsection. I think I was being generous. That's it. That's it. Now, there are studies, and there's a lot of correlation between having stomach fat and having other diseases, because when you have extra fat, your body gets different signal responses, and it can, release more energy and more blood sugar and elevate insulin, but I'm not talking about like having a huge gut. There's other issues there. There's other issues with health that you're not focusing on, but having abs, I'm talking about the visual, right? I'm talking about the visual. I'm talking about seeing a six-pack, right? So that's six-pack. Okay? So, healthy, type 2, let's see, complexion, look good on the outside, you're on the inside, abs are developed in the kitchen, not the gym. That's partially true. Abs are developed in the gym as well. You're not going to have shredded abs if you don't train them. But abs are made everywhere. That's the thing. Abs are made from all of this. Abs are made from sleep. Abs are made, everything is made. I mean that, and Brandon, this is not rude to you, I just hate that fucking comment. And not you because you said it, because everyone says it. I just hate, does that rub anyone else the wrong way? And Brandon, I love you, dude. This is not about you. Does anyone else hate that comment? Abs are made in the kitchen, not the gym. I fucking hate it. I think I just hate anything that's like so commonplace. I hate those sayings. I don't know. Abs are developed in the kitchen. Everything's made outside the gym. Biceps are made outside the gym. Chest is made outside the gym. Glutes are made outside the gym. Nothing gets made in the gym. Things get broken down in the gym. You develop and you repair and you create everything outside the gym. I know what you mean though, bro. I know what that statement means and I get it. But think about how much time anyone spends in the gym. If you spend, let's say you go to the gym 5 days a week. That's 5 hours divided by 168 hours. Someone do that math. I can't get my calculator because I'm live. Someone divide 5 by 168 and put in the comments. That's how much time you spend in the gym. If you train 5 hours a week, 5 days a week for an hour, which is a good amount of time in the gym, you can get sick results 5 days a week in the gym for an hour. Okay, and I'm not saying that's average. Some of you do 6, but what's 5 divided by 168? What's that number? That's the percentage of time you spend in the gym. 0.029. So if you train 5 hours a week, you're spending 3% of your time in the gym. That means 97% of your time is spent outside the gym. So you tell me, so you're going to tell me that fitness is not is not everything. Fitness is everything. If it's going to get you results, if you're in the gym for 5 hours a week and 97% of your time is spent outside the gym, think of how important it is how you live your life, how you sleep, how you hydrate, how you eat, how consistent you are. Because if you miss one of those days, let's say you do 6 or 7 days a week, what is that, 95, 96%? You skip one of those days, that goes up to like 98%. There's not a lot of room for error for missing time in the gym. There's not a lot of room for error. But also shows that those 5 hours can give you a shit ton of results, because look at how much time you're spending outside. but also shows how much pressure and how important all these things are, and doing everything else for health is for the gym. So just look at these two columns. Look at these two columns, going back from what we already talked about. What it means to be healthy, and I'm still waiting for more responses. Those of you that are still joining, write in the comments, what does it mean for you to be healthy? Put it right down in the comments. What does it mean for you to be healthy? And then you have abs, developed rectus abdominis, and a decreased amount of subcutaneous fat in the midsection area. What's more important? What's more important? This obviously has no bearing on whether or not you are healthy. I'm not saying having a fat stomach, doesn't negatively affect you, but I'm showing the contrast. To be healthy and to develop and to have this is far more important than this. So my question remains, why do you want this? Do you want this because this is healthy? We've already explained that it's not. I'm not saying I'm not saying you can't be healthy with abs. I'm saying this does not mean that you're healthy. Or do we want this? So everyone wants to have this because you're associating it with this is healthy, but it's separate. That's visual. That's physical. That's cultural. That's not this. So what do you want in the gym? I'll ask again, what do you want in the gym? Are you lying to yourself? Are you one of those people that are absolutely lying to yourselves and saying, I want abs? You're going to the gym wanting abs, chasing this. But you're missing the point. You're sucking down supplements. You're taking fat burners. You're doing extreme dieting. And you're not focusing on the shit that's going to get you healthy, which will lead to decreased subcutaneous fat, which will lead to better development. This is cultural, and that's where they're selling you on shit. The industry will make, let's put one more. I feel like fucking Fromers over here. The industry makes a shitload of money because they show you this. They tell you you want this. They associate this with fitness. They associate this with being healthy. Here we go, abs, 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 abs. Who fucking cares? If you focus on this, chances are you're gonna get to that. Depending on how serious you take all this and how consistent you are, and your training, and it's all important. It's all important. But you can get this, but focus here. Focus here. Otherwise, you're going to keep on buying the protein powders. You're going to keep on buying the supplements. You're going to keep on buying the fat burners. You're going to keep on buying, all the stuff that's like, here, you're going to get abs, get shredded, get this and that. Fuck you. It's just money. It's just money. They're telling you. They're telling you. And this is an unsatisfying goal. Because I'm going to tell you something else. Okay? I have abs. Okay? I'm not absolutely shredded to the bone because I don't care. But once you can see them, it's very unsatisfying. And I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. But what I'm saying is you can't measure ooh, I have abs. I have 5, I have a 5 out of 10 abs. I have a 20 abs. I have, a high level abs. You don't measure it. You don't measure. We can do body fat percentages. How strict and how Nazi do you want to measure your life? You can see your abs, okay. What happens after that? It's an empty goal. It's an empty goal. It's an empty goal. Once you have a midsection, it's then where do you go after that? Get more shredded? Get leaner? You want to see your fucking spleen? Where do you go? Where do you go after you get abs? What do you do? Just have them? Oh, no, I got abs, man, yeah. Yeah, if I take my shirt off, you could see these little squares. Yeah, man. yeah. Squares. No, dude, squares. Yeah, I take off my shirt, and they're, stacked. You ever play, Tetris, bro? Yeah, you play Tetris, you get the little square blocks, you stack them up. That's what it looks like, bro. Yeah, that's what it looks like, man. Yeah. Just like one, there's like two. No, there's like six of them, dude. Yeah, I mean sometimes there's like two at the bottom. It's like 7 or 8, bro. Yeah, I mean I got these little two at the top. It can be like 10 sometimes, like a 10-pack, bro. You ain't got that, dude. You got 6. Oh man, it's amateur, bro. That's amateur, dog. Yeah, no, 6. Yeah, it's squares. Yeah, it's like graph paper, bro. Yeah, graph paper abs, bro. Fuck the 6-pack. Going for graph abs, son. Graph, dog. Yeah. Fuck that shit. What's the proper goal? What's the proper goal? Why are you training for them? Why are you training for them? Because you want to give them, you want to give the industry money. You do. You do because you're so programmed to, paying for something and getting something. Because deep down inside, you're lazy. You don't want to work hard. You want to pay for something and then get something in return. Not going to happen. That's why it doesn't work. That's why there's like this endless pursuit of abs. Isn't that better? Isn't it better to sell empty goals? Isn't it better to sell goals that can never be achieved? Isn't it better to sell things that can't be measured? You can't measure abs. Like, how much abs do you have? It's like you can't measure that. So you can endlessly push this. Weight loss, lose weight. You can always sell that because as it gets older, it gets hard to lose weight. You're selling fucking the Holy Grail. You know, you're selling magic potions by saying that this is a quality goal because this is not satisfying. This is satisfying. Do you know why? Because this is a make-believe fairy tale goal that won't satisfy you, and that's true, and this is the journey. This is the journey, and this is an empty goal. This is living your life by the proper methodology, with the proper systems that is going to give you better quality, where you can focus on family, on friends, on work, on things you enjoy, on hobbies, and you can do it for longer, with health, with less stress, with less injury. And this is just, I hope I have a 6-pack. I hope I have some squares in my stomach. That's the difference. Empty goal and the journey. Which one do you want to train for? Which one is more important for you? Which one is more fulfilling to you? If it's still abs, then good luck. But that's not what I push. I push column A right over here. Motherfuckers. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 451 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all drink coffee. Oh yeah, and flex. Thanks for joining me for episode 451, every day live at 12 noon Eastern time. So if it's your first time, drop in the comments, say, what up? It's my first time watching the Daily Sleazy. Welcome, welcome, every day at 12. Also catch all the episodes on YouTube and listen to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Those of you that are in my premium group, make sure that you stick around or you stay near your phone, because at 1 p.m. accountability meeting, the state of the Swole, going to go over all the latest shit that's going down this week in premium, and also tomorrow premium yoga flow in my premium group, and also So You Think You Can Core workshop on Thursday. So you can get access to all that for free. Click the link in my profile, premium.swolenormous.com. It's free to join, and the community is absolutely fucking amazing. So I'm really looking forward to this week's workshop. But first things first, accountability meeting at 1 p.m. in premium. I'll see everyone here though, however, for 4:52 tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. Flex them if you got them. Peace, my geese, deuce, my goose. I'll see y'all mañana.